Blog Talk Radio.
We put the lamb's blood on the doorpost, and the angel of death passed over. Then they turned around and took our Savior on the same day. We've been going tit for tat for a long, long time. All they did was help us defeat death. Yasha said, don't think that you're taking my life. No. Yeah. I'm laying it down.
And on this day I am speechless. I'ma go hard for the things I done keep it. Been a long moon, praise the higher that we reached it. Though the wine is yeastless, I could taste the sweetness. So many Hebrews, the 12 tribes, G feel so good when I'm in the midst of my peace. I ain't never knew a love like this. When you're cradled by the ancient hands of the righteous. Abraham, Moses, Jacob, Isaac, never no violence. Just a bunch of Christ kids told us we was nobody, but we come from greatness. Wake up, your history don't start on no slave ship. Where were you before then? What language did you speak? African American? That's too many countries. These commandments is hard. Statutes and these laws. What's a holiday? We do holy days. I'll serve them all. Let's get this Passover. So set that lamb on fire. Sweet aroma in the air. Father, bless your children, your holy nation, your Israel. All hail our Messiah, a little wine, unleavened bread. One time for Yeshaya, for he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world, for he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world, for the world.
Never thought I'd be something special. In the Most High's eyes, we his chosen people, but they ain't gon' take it out. Rather us be niggas out. What I hating for? They never loved us, y'all. This is more than spiritual. Royalty running my bloodline. Intimidated, so they feeding us with lies. Realize that's nonsense, straight bondage. Taking away your knowledge. Giving you false doctrine, got you serving pagan gods. What is Easter, man? That ain't nowhere up in scripture. Idolizing all this lies, so how you expect to get your blessing? Them holidays, throw away and keep this holy day. It's not shared, it's blessed for me, so I'ma uplift his holy name. Breaking bread, drinking wine, serving his holy time. With my holy people, Passover, what it's all about. Yeshaya is our Passover, he Passover from death to life, so I'm giving him all praises a lot.
So set that lamb on fire, sweet aroma in the air. Father, bless your children, your holy nation, your Israel. All hail our Messiah, a little wine, unleavened bread. One time for Yeshaya, for he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world, for he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world, for the world.
Numbers 33:3. And they departed from Ramses in the first month, on the 15th day of the first month, on the morrow after the Passover. The children of Israel went out with an high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians. For the Egyptians buried all their firstborn, which thy power had smitten among them. Upon their gods also thy power executed judgment. John 13. Now, before the feast of the Passover, when Yeshaya, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, he knew that his hour was coming, he should depart out of this world unto the Father. Having loved his own, which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. And supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas, Simon's son, to betray him. John 18:12. Then the band of the captain and the officers of the Jews took Yeshaya and bound him and led him away. And through his stripes we were all healed. Call your dog higher in the name of Yeshaya. Happy Pesach, Yasharala Barakatah.
So set that lamb on fire, sweet aroma in the air. Father, bless your children, your holy nation, your Israel. All hail our Messiah, a little wine, unleavened bread. One time for Yeshaya, for he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world, for he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world, for the world, for he hung and he bled. So set that lamb on fire, sweet aroma in the air. Father, bless bless your children, your holy nation, your Israel. All hail our Messiah, a little wine, unleavened bread. One time for Yeshua, for he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world. For he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world, for the world, for the world. For he hung and he bled. For the world, for the world.
And it's the music of my man, Brother Maverick, in the house. Well, shalom Israel, and to everyone else, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you and yours, wherever you are on this world's wide web. You're listening to another edition of Saturday Night Gospel Jam. It is a July the 19th, 2014. Along with my co-host, Sister Fire Harris. How you doing out there?
I'm doing fine, Brother Malachi. Shalom, Israel.
Are you ready for another edition? And thank you very much, Swada. I am doing fine. Ready for another edition of the best music you can ever hear on these world's wide web.
I'm ready.
Oh yes, absolutely. Just want to let everyone know that we are going to continue our conversation a little bit on lust, and I'm going to share my testimony again as requested. Got some new music in the house. Going to feature coming up Ram Malik featuring Dayaz, and also we're going to feature again Verses and Flow with Shug Dreadful featuring, you may know this new artist that we have. Her name is Sister Fire Harris. It's going to be on this particular cut. So now let me know if I pronouncing his name right.
Jul.
Shug Dreadful, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, super. And we've got much more that we are going to play tonight. Just want to let everybody know that we're going to play 2 in a row. Then we're going to open it up. So if you got any shout outs, testimonies, comments, questions, or anything, that is the time to bring it forth right here on Saturday Night Gospel Jam. Up next, we've got the music of Ram Malik featuring Dayaz right here on SNGJ.
Taking orders straight from the Most High. Won't quit, won't fold, you can see it in our eyes. Nowhere to run, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Cause the saints don't die, we just multiply. A high about to rain flames from the nebula. He got his hand on the earth's chains at the jugular. Fasting and praying so they can't get the best of us. Brain intellectual, spiritual lecturer. We spreading through these airwaves like a nuisance. We posted, ain't going nowhere like the stupid. Evil spirits be rebuking. They get the 1-2 punching Hadoukens. That's what I call ruthless. No time for sleeping, cause I'd rather be awake. While our people on the rise like the planet of the apes. Can't wait to see the look on they face like Bill Gates. When a whole fleet of chariots show up from outer space. You can't run wherever you go, they gon' chase. Even if your brain is in a computer, you ain't escaping. Hide it in the clefts of the rocks, it's gon' cave in. The chains is reserved for the serpent, that's Satan. You taking orders straight from the Most High. Won't quit, won't fold, you can see it in our eyes. Nowhere to run, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Cause the saints don't die, we just multiply. We spit spores that cut sharp and touch hard, so you can feel our energy like beams from off heart. Yeah, they gon' start, but your shy is gon' end it. Riding on a cloud like he's flying on Nimbus. I got my whole armor sword shilling bucklers. I let the hair grow on my head like a ruster. Chanting down Babylon, Hebrew is my culture. I got my Mitri on with my Bible in the holster. Let it rain fire on the snakes and the vultures. The land where they feasting on the clams and the lobsters. Where they turn blacks into slaves like butlers. It's justice, let it burn slow like Usher. I can feel it in the air. Some they can't get rid of your shyest bro. Kissing blood, clashing with the kings to get them vengeance. He gon' do them like the Caesars did them, the leaders with them. They took off running from the lions, but the tigers and the grievous to them. We taking orders straight from the Most High. Won't quit, won't fold, you can see it in our eyes. Nowhere to run, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Yeah. Cause the saints don't die, we just multiply. To them powers, we all problem having kids like we lay eggs, we blend. Shall we get this thing hatching? Even Humpty Dumpty got it cracking. You probably want us all there, don't you? Each and every one of us, don't you? But I pray to my power to confuse you. I'm so bold that I put this on YouTube. Got other Hebrews yelling out, me too. Maybe we should call this me too. The strategy is so see-through. The spirit that I deal with slice through you. I promise that it's so lethal. My most top power don't dwell in no sequel. Furthermore, Yahshua, they my people. We do not die, we just multiply. As we speak exponentially. Try to kill us off of technology. They're cutting edge of the century. You ain't had no luck all this time. How you gon' get us this time? Don't answer that, that's a rhetorical. We are the oracle, come with the message to forward. You come in peace, and after we preach, we live in a doctrine of pieces. So sweet, I call it peaches. When Christ come back and peach it, get heated like fajitas. Adversity, I eat up. This factors ain't no pieces. Submit, it ain't no treaties. We don't need your tangled speeches. You can keep it. Taking orders straight from the Most High. Won't quit, won't fold, you can see it in our eyes. Nowhere to run, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Cause the saints don't die, we just multiply.
You're listening to a Digital Theory production. You're listening to a Digital Theory production.
This that real verses and flow. That shit that's on my soul when I'm feeling verses and low. Knowing that I'm royal, should be draped in purple and gold. But I'm in the hood with my new circle and drone. We in the end time prophecy, but niggas rather spend time watching me. So I just roll me up chronically, praying to the Father, giving thanks for every time I breathe. Now the bullshit don't bother me, even though I'm so surrounded by sodomy. I feel like it's time to turn another page now. The civil rights all belong to the gays now. Hey, they try and keep my people way down. They really made us believe that we ain't slaves now. Plus trying to take the gun right, so ain't no more busting back, you gotta run right. Do that sound like a fair fight? You think the Pope still holy cause he wear white? You think the church still safe cause it got a cross? To tell the truth, that's the very place that got us lost. This that real verses and flow. That shit that's on my soul when I'm feeling worse than low. Knowing that I'm royal should be draped in purple and gold. But I'm in the hood with my new circle and drone. This that real verses and flow. That shit that's on my soul when I'm feeling worse than low. Knowing that I'm royal should be draped in purple and gold. But I'm in the hood with my new circle and drone. I never claimed to be a perfect man. Just a black, just a real, just a working man. Just a strong and full of pride but still a hurting man. Label me wrong when I'm praying against the circumstance. Still battling demons but I feel that I'm winning. Even though every day my people tell me I'm sinning. My third eye on the prize but my vision is blurry. I'm still growing and learning this never ending story. Called life. Some days it's alright, but most days it's so great I lose sight. But they tell you never question God. I say I never would've knew if I ain't asking why. Look, it's cause we turned away. I had to down there die before I learned to pray. These women got me careful when I give my sperm away. If they ain't taking you to court, they giving germs away.
We've been taught to hate our beautiful kings, pulling stunts to lock them up. There goes another shortage of men. While we're out competing with one another over material things, we're caught up in a system that's whitewashing all our assets. Cut that hair, get that weave so you can snap and get a benefit, and we can represent our strong women and men in court. Now you out selling your souls to imagine just to climb up a pole. Try climbing high on some knowledge. What about that 400 years of history they stole? Black pride is on the Sabbath, you'll sleep outside just to be the first in line for some designer shoes while you are neglecting the most high time. CPS is steady stealing our kids while you out worried about working and what Tamika and Top One did. We need to act like queens, lions and lionesses. Just step up and devour the real prey.
Malachi.
Welcome back to Saturday Night Gospel Jam, where we just heard from Suge. All right, that was so good. I tell you what, it is all good right here on Saturday Night Gospel Jam. Sister Harris, how's everything in the great D, Texas going on?
Oh, everything is wonderful. Finally got away from all that rain.
Hey, I heard that. It's all good. It just ended here in Mississippi. It's all good. I tell you what, New Orleans got a little bit, Lake Charles got a little bit, Hattiesburg, Gulfport, we all got just about a little bit of rain here this weekend. Hope you all had a wonderful Sabbath today, and wherever you are learning your teaching from, I hope it has blessed you, and may the Most High continue to bless you in the absolute knowledge and truth. On last week, I think we talked a little bit about lust, and we brought forth some scriptures and everything. You got anything to add on that? And I'll just follow you, Sister Fire, and I guess after you get done, we'll go and play a couple more songs, and then I'll come back in along with my testimony of my mom.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to read some scriptures from Isaiah, the 58th chapter. Isaiah 58, 1 through 14. It says, are you there, Brother Malachi? Do you need time to get there?
Yeah. I tell you what, go ahead and I'll catch back up with you on that. I'm looking at the chat room right now.
Okay. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their God. And they ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High. Wherefore have we fasted? Say that, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure and exact all your labors. Verse 4, behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord? Is not this fast the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burden, and to let the oppressed go free? And that
Did you hear
break
that?
every yoke. Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? Loose the bands of wickedness.
Wickedness. That's right.
Wow. Loose the bands of wickedness. Same as in what I was looking for. I was looking for Elijah again, and I got it here in my book here. Loose the band of wickedness. And it also, we talked about this last week, and it talks about the fast and loosen it from that, the benefits of a fast.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. It says in the Apocalypse of Elijah, verse 15, remember that from the time when he created the heavens, the Lord created the fast for a benefit to men on account of the passions and desires which fight against you, so that the evil will not inflame you. But it is a pure fast which I have created, said the Lord. The one who fasts continually will not sin, although jealousy and strife are within him. Let the pure one fast. But whenever the one who fasts is not pure, he has angered the Lord and also the angels, and he has grieved his soul, gathering up wrath for himself for the day of wrath. Wow, I tell you,
Wow.
it is that pure fast that gets things done. And we didn't hear about the fast growing up in church. No. Everybody just, if you're dealing with something, God understands. Come on up here and get prayer. Over and over and over again, we got to come back up and get prayer, because we've been attacked by demonic forces, the world contaminating us, and all this junk like that. When we were growing up in church, if we had continued to fast, it wouldn't been a whole lot of demonic activity going on with that. And I'm not saying that that is the only thing that needs to happen, but it's a whole combination when you do the entire book, not just read the New Testament. You got to go back and see what they were dealing with in the whole book. In order for you to understand the New Testament, you got to understand the Old Testament. I hate it when I hear preachers be saying, oh, you don't need to stay in the Old Testament. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and just stay in the New Testament. How ignorant can you be? Don't you know that the New Testament is quoting people, our disciples, the apostles were quoting things in the Old Testament? Oh, don't let me get on my soapbox. Let's go to a music break right here, and we'll be right back after we play two. Don't forget, the number to call is 347-205-9279. Saying hello to everyone in Newberry Park, California, as well as San Diego, California. And I must not forget our regular listeners up there in St. Louis, Missouri, and saying hello to new listeners in Cleveland, Ohio. Here is Chaya JEWEDuP featuring John Boy Abandoned.
Who me? I'm just stand on track.
You used to do the work, now you pursuing the earth. You had a lot of people in your grasp. Instead of bringing them knowledge, you wanted to make it last. Now you saying you this, now you saying you that. Saying you reincarnated of things in the past. Exalting yourself above everyone else. Your savage class used to have 1,000 people. The spirit left you, now you soar like 1,000 eagles. Now you mad at the brothers who representing the father, who ain't out here just doing it for $1. Cause these brothers remember that they soul on the line. If they ever do waste, it's not a whole lot of time doing their job. Doing their job. Doing their job. He even split that Red Sea. What more you need to see? Gave you everything you need, and you're the chosen seed. They wanna lock me up and put me in a straitjacket. Since I'm awake, they want me in a casket. My mind wrapped around the word like an elastic, and a meter on my heart is turned up to go gadget. I go at it automatic. This is habit, it's a habit. And my work ethic is set on shemnetic. So they panic cause I'm at it every day like an addict. With my face up in that book, I'll blow that as my status. That nap it. We follow the word like an ad-lib. Dressed in the law like a fashion. Boy, Kayashawamp and Jampoyam. Glored by the Lord and we here to destroy him. I bet they wish that I stayed, because now that I'm awake of these strays. Trap me in these walls like I'm a slave, but I broke out that pen now, I'ma write for days. Yeah, my people in that dark base, when I bring that light in. 4 walls to the kingdom, set up for the remnant. No Nephilim, but my spirit big as a giant. They done woken up the wolf now, here comes the lion. Woke up a lion from his deep sleep. Now I'm looking for a deep dish so I can deep feast. I woke up this morning, mourning the fact that I wasted so much time sleeping, snoring. In fact, I do the work, thinking that I can own some of it back in its place of men. To replace my sins, my knee was made to bend, so I bend it. Get my prayers ready for the Father, then I send them. My wall keep me standing straight upright like Jasha. Come at me with slander, watch your walls get shattered. We don't play that here, I assure you. Everything I desire comes after
after enduring. And I say in scripture for maturing. Being in the barrier of the world's easy, outside of the challenge. I'm in the arena, cause what's the point of victory if you ain't battling? I'll be an assassin, these demons while they scavenge. I know they feed on evil, so I guess they call me famine. The Most High sent us forth to be the light, and that is permanent. So to the Illuminati, I'll show you illuminated. Babylon's in the way of the Most High, and he's becoming intolerant. He's gonna break down your government system and all the monuments. Give me any obstacle, impediment, roadblock, but I know the truth. I thought I already had told y'all. Where it at don't matter, the material thick or tall. My sword smashes through that and anyone involved. I'ma lie in, these four walls I lie in. The roof be the truth, so this house I'ma die in. Used to add and multiply my sins, now I'm dividing. When these walls was caving in, everybody was proud of me. Used to rock a cross, and the devil would just nod at me. Would symbolize a plus sign, adding sin, which is robbery. It's a thin line, so I walk it horizontally. In the body of Christ, trying to avoid all anomalies. I can see the truth, but you can't. So when they ask how I'm doing, I say okay, but you ain't got rich jeans. My pants seem still feel 2 banks. If we ain't talking truth, then we ain't talking nothing. When we hit the booth, we ain't talking stunting. The reason why I'm pushing this, and I'm so adamant, we all lose life, that's the acronym. But where you going after this?
Kawasa featuring John Boyd right here on Saturday Night Gospel Jam. Remember, the number to call is 347-205-9279. If you have a comment or a question or a shout out or a testimony, just press 1 on your phone. We got quite a few people that are listening tonight. Saying hello to everyone in the listening to us online, also to everyone that is going to the chat room. The chat room is now open, and just let us know if you're ready to make a comment. You press 1 on your phone, and we will plug you right into our show conversation. What's up, sister?
No,
Sister Harris,
no.
what's going on?
I'm
Nothing
still
going
here.
on? Okay.
No.
I was just seeing if you had anything to bring on, and that sort of thing, because that was some good word right there with the scriptures, where I'm really glad we go, and everything that we talk about, we go to the word, and we, get the script for it, and that sort of thing. But you know what? It was a good day today in Sabbath class online, and also, we learned quite a few things that's going on, what's happening in the world, in the earth today, concerning prophecy. And also, I had the pleasure of listening to a pastor who, one of the radio broadcasts that we follow here on Blog Talk Radio, called Search Engine. And they had a particular pastor on there, and pastor was talking about the Illuminati and everything like that. And then the host of the show brought out that the people that are over there in Israel today are not the true Jews, or not the true Hebrews. And he mentioned that they are the synagogue of Satan. And this particular pastor would say, well, who are the true Jews? And the host of the show, he brought out the Native American Indians, showing them about things that was going on, that historians have found Hebrew writings in burial ground and things of that nature. Well, he was like, oh, okay. He was like nonchalant. He said, yeah, I did some teaching over there on Indian reservation. But when he finally found out, well, who is the tribe of Judah, he was trying to get it out from the host. when the host finally told him who were the true Judaites or the tribe of Judah in the earth today, he was like blown away. When the host of the show said the tribe of Judah are the Negroes here in the Americas, this pastor, who is Caucasian, this pastor laughed, and he was like, no, 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 no. Now, I just brought this up to show you the shock treatment when all the earth finds out, and they already know, some already know, and some of the people, when they find out, the people that they hate, they're going to find out that no, the Negroes are not the tribe of Judah. No, these black people, they all come from Ham. But they know, when they look up the definition of Ham, it says that the Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. But aren't the Negroes dark complexion people? Interesting that he would get that so upset. And all of a sudden, when the host of In Search brought that information out, this pastor, all of a sudden, he got to go. Thanks for inviting him on the show, but he got to go. He was just, he didn't want to hear all of that. He just had to go. Same thing when I'm on my Twitter account, my Facebook account, I'm bringing all this knowledge, and people, including our people, because we've been in the matrix for so long, they just don't want to hear that, because the slave master has put a spell on them with the movies such as The Passion of Christ. I could not support it. To this day, I could not tell you all that I saw on the movie Passion of Christ, because it is a part of identity theft. Now, a little bit about the movie. The movie had the characters correct on there. It also had all the disciples on there, but names were incorrect on there, plus the skin complexion was incorrect. This is not being racist. This is all about speaking the truth. The word says you must worship him in spirit and in truth. But if you got a problem with the blacks, if you got a problem with the black skin, then you need to check yourself up from the neck up. I could not support the movie Son of God. All that incorrect. And I certainly couldn't support the movie Noah. Transformers coming into there, that's a lot of demonic activity that shouldn't have even been up in there. But from what they tell me, I hadn't seen the movie, I've seen the trailer part, but I am not going to support that movie because it is a support of identity theft to the highest to me. But how did I get on that? I mean, that just kind of just ran rapid with me today on the Sabbath teachings that we had. Getting back to our fasting and getting out of lust as well as other things, also in the book of Elijah, the Apocalypse of Elijah, he mentions that it has healing in the fast. Well, I guess I got a little bit of time to say a little bit, and then we're going to go take our music break again on that. Back when I was in the church, the number to call is 347-205-9279. When I was in the church, I was there and I was still seeking, knowledge. But to this particular point in the church that I was in, there wasn't a whole lot of knowledge, so to speak, going through. Just a lot of regular scriptures, what you learn of everything that you know all your life. So we did this fast, and I'm not going to say the name of the church because I don't want to embarrass these people. Plus, I still want them to listen to our show and to identify themselves in the Word. And we had Tim Story, an evangelist by the name of Tim Story, coming to our city. And it was called a healing revival. And in this healing revival, for me to fast that particular week before we came into this particular meeting. Well, I want to let you all know that all kind of hell was trying to break loose. I mean, it wasn't going to try to let me get that victory, or to let the other ones who were seeking, who were praying for healing, get their victory. Well, I started fasting for my mom. My mom was dear to me. She had been sick in her body, mentally as well as physically in her life and everything throughout her entire life. And there have been a lot of mental, verbal abuse from her mom while she was growing up. And we were just basically stuck in church, but we didn't learn anything really. We just learned the little basic things, but not get into knowing who we are according to the Word. So I told my mom that she was going to our healing meeting that we were going to along with Tim's Story. And she said that she wasn't going. I said, look, you got clothes to wear, you got brand new clothes to wear. It's 5 days away, so you make sure you get ready to go. And she just told me, I'm not going, Malachi, I'm not going. I said, yeah, you going. You're going to get healed in this meeting. You going. I don't care what you think. I don't believe that. I am not going. So I just kind of left it alone and just began to continue to fast and pray. Also, there was a very good friend of mine who, besides Jensen Franklin teaching on fasting, a friend of mine who her and I were in layperson's Bible school, and we were learning the wrong things in that school, learning the wrong names and everything like that. And she always said, well, if you got problems going on, something going on, just fast. She was always giving me the answer of fasting is the answer. Well, I started doing the fast, started learning about the fast, started doing that. So I fasted for this particular meeting because I wanted to see the Most High move in these particular meetings. So come around to the meeting about 3 days out before the meeting come, I noticed my mom was getting her dress ready. And she was getting a dress ready like she was getting ready to go somewhere, sewing it up, hemming it up, that sort of thing like that. And I said, what you doing? She said, well, I'm hemming my dress up so I can go to the meeting, the revival healing meeting with you all coming up on Friday. I said, oh, okay. Well, I thought she was not going to go because that's what the last thing she told me, and I left it alone. So I went into my bedroom, I closed the door, and I praised the Most High for getting through my mom. I said, wow, this is it. And, you know, I was grinning and I was smiling from ear to ear. And sure enough, it was coming to a point to where I may have not have been able to go to this particular meeting because some things came up on work. And that was just the enemy trying to keep me from seeing the manifestation on there. He was just buffering me, you know, and everything like that. But, you know, I was going to the meeting, and to make a long story short on that, I got the work done in time enough for us to go and to have everything ready. My mom was ready. We all went there. Well, it was meeting time, and Tim Story was there. Tim Story his ministry is out of California, out of the Hollywood. He has a ministry there called Hollywood Bible Studies there, but I don't study and understand what I'm saying. At that time, I needed what he had to study. Now it's like, to me, listening to what he had back then and everything like that, it is like I done graduated from that. I need some more meat. So what I've got today, is taking me through what is getting ready to happen now in the earth, end times. We need information that will get us through the end times now. So what I had for me back then, it got me through, but I didn't want to stay there. So now I need to come up higher in the spirit and get this knowledge that will take me through the end times as we speak. And so when the meeting happened, my a lot of Tim was telling his testimony, how he got started in the ministry. He went to Oral Roberts University. He studied Catherine Kuhlman, watching videos, this and that. A lot of people in the faith, the charismatic faith movement, he was in that movement, as well as I was in that movement. Now, I wondered this. This is something that had puzzled me, and I'm kind of going off just a little bit, but I feel led to say this. How can people say they are filled with the Spirit, speaking in unknown tongues, and not know that if they say they hear from God, but not know who they are according to the scriptures in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15 through 68. They know everything else. They say they hear from the Lord, but they do not know this prophecy that you and I know of today. That, I want to put that out, and somebody tell me that if you are in the charismatic movement, or if you was in the charismatic movement and now in the truth like I am, why is it that we didn't know who we are according to the scriptures? Why didn't we know that we were Israel? Because they taught us that we were Gentiles. So I just wanted to just kind of throw that at you and everything. Let's take a music break real quick and let me finish up my testimony when we come back. Here's the music of Steve-O. You're listening to Saturday Night Gospel Jam, and when we come back, we'll continue with my testimony of my mom doing the fast that we had at this healing revival. Yep. Here we go. Come on, man. Finna answer all the questions that y'all might have had. Yeah. My Steve did this. Come on. Don't stop. Come on. Don't quit. Come on. We don't stop. Check it out. Steve-O. And you know what time it is. This song goes out to everybody left the hand of God and found out everything you needed was in the hand of God. Check it out. Remember that? Yeah, man. Find yourself in the music, man. Come on, man. Somebody pray for me. Check it out. Lost in my mind, lost in my thoughts. I couldn't blame nobody, it was all my fault. I was stuck in the flesh, I couldn't see the test. I need to let go and let God do the rest. It's like everything I learned just turned on me. The gun to my head, but the clip's in feet.
and I'm weary. And if I shout, no one to hear me. I take me to the top of the mountain, nobody's near me. And let me get my head straight, this could be my last day. Rap in my last breath, somebody help me. Take me to a destination, Lord, do you notice me? I was blinded, thinking all about the currency and everything you gave to me. I took it and I ran. I'm cursing my daddy, hoping to be a better man. I travel this land with no peace of mind. I turn my back on the church, man, I need some time. I'm wrong, and I can't find shelter in the storm. And I made a bad decision, how long would I mourn? I need to carry on, but can't find the strength to. I wrestle with alcohol, and that's my issue. I need some tissue, cause the tears is coming down. I put up a wall tall, so y'all couldn't come around. I'm flashing funny smiles, but thinking about money now. But that ain't the answer to my knees, I'm going down. And pray for me, somebody pray for me. 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 Now ain't it plain to see? Put up your hands for me. Make any way for me. Now make a day for me. Put up your hands for me. Somebody pray for me. Now ain't it plain to see? Somebody pray for me. Yeah, somebody pray for me. Somebody pray for me. Somebody pray for me. Somebody pray for me. Somebody pray for you. How we do it though? It's time to rebuild, but where do I start? I gotta look deep inside my wicked heart and search for a strategy. Everything I battled, G, it didn't get the best of me. I still got the prophecy, fighting till it's over. Baby, I'm a soldier. Don't let go of your dreams, see what I told you. Stay in the hands of God and let him mold you. And when you get weak, believe that's when he holds you. The world is corrupted, never will I trust it. Pistol in my mind, nationwide, I'ma bust it. Lord, forgive me though, my walk was pitiful. Cause every other day I took a trip to the liquor store. My heart was faded, I'm hopeless maybe. I'm stuck in the dark, paranoid and crazy. So please forgive me, everybody I spoke to. You seen the part of me that you wasn't supposed to. Come on, but God, I chose you. At first you chose me, and sipping Hennessy only added to my misery. Come on, stuck with the memories that bring me closer to doing more things that I'm not supposed to. I need a shoulder, somebody to lean on. I hear a generation saying, Steve, remain strong. I need to keep on, no time to be weak. It's deep in my heart, I know y'all pray for me. Man, pray for me. Yeah, straight up. One love to all my comrades out there that's been holding down this gospel music. You see how it goes, alright? 1 minute you on top, and the next minute you get knocked back down. You know what I mean? But you can't feel shame. You know what I mean? We all fall down, man, but you gotta get back on your feet, so walk it out, walk it out. So it's from the heart. When you find yourself in the shoes, you know what I mean? I ain't tripping, man. So one love to everybody that was praying for me. And one love to everybody that thought I was gonna stay down. It's all good. We out.
It's the fear of being alone. It can keep you holding on. It's the fear of being alone. It can keep you from moving on. It's the fear of being alone. Fear, it discombobulates many in relationships, and it can grip you so tight you can barely breathe. To take a breather. Will he love me if I give him love back in return? And will she like me if I don't eat sushi? Man, why can't people just be themselves? Either you are going to be accepted or you are not. And there are so many other competitors out there competing for the exact same spot. Why can't I just embrace you in all of your flaws, be they good or bad? And pure acceptance is something that we both never had. Love games are being played like a professional game of blackjack. There are so many losers, but only one can take home all of the winning. Wow, things are crazy out here. And I guess that's what got everyone walking around in fear. All of the ones who are faithful, devoted, selfish, and unselfish are all trying hard to hold on to the love they all felt were real, but the tides came in too soon and washed away their desire to feel. And fear is a powerful word when given authority to rule over hearts and minds both near and far. That once you love seems so distant yet so close. And if only the fear would leave long enough for you to just grab a hold. I know it's within your grasp, just keep pressing towards your goal. Anger, abuse, deceitfulness, neglect, and infidelities are all being presented for all the hard work and time that you put into the job of being monogamous. The fear, it's almost suffocating, like you're having a panic attack for the very first time when you think about all the hurt and pain love has brought to the righteous lovers out here. Every time you try to do a little better to make a wiser choice in a make, here it comes again. It's fear. Maybe, just maybe this time you will be perfect. And maybe, just maybe this time you will get it right. It's there on your mind like it's a leash all day and while you are sleeping in your bed at night. But there's a golden day up ahead where you will be accepted for what and whom you truly are. No more fear will be needed. You will be healed from all of your wounds. You can now rest easily. Hold your head up high. You're no longer stressed or worried about rejection. The gift from the Almighty has been placed so close to your face you can taste it. You see that there's no need for you to be afraid. Let go of the pain. That mountain has already been climbed too many times. And this time you took the better route, leaving the fear far, far behind. Fear, it discombobulates many in relationships and it can grip you so tight you can barely breathe. Don't let fear keep you from receiving the gift that God has for you. You're either going to be accepted or you are not. It's the fear of being alone. It can keep you holding on. It's the fear of being alone. And it can keep you from moving on.
And it's the music of Sister Fire Harris talking about that fear. I tell you, those last two songs goes right with the testimony that I'm giving about my mom when she received her healing from the Most High on a fast. And I tell you, that song, Sister Harris, that you had on fear, that was what's going on with my mom before the fast and during the fast until that fear started to break away from her like that. And I could see the change that was coming over her as I was speaking the words that she was going to this particular meeting and was going to receive her healing, because not only was I fasting, but I believe it was probably maybe 3 more other people that was on a fast as well. I didn't publicize this fast that I was on. I just said that I'm going to do it because I want to see the move of the Most High in that particular arena. Just like the brother said, Steve-O, the music that we just played, he talks about somebody praying for him. He was trapped in the situation of alcoholism, and drugs and everything like that had him trapped up. But if people would get in the word and do the fast, and other people fast for these people, we will see a release in the spirit realm for these people that are being held captive. And my mom was held captive by demonic activity all around her all the time. She was very, very fearful about bills getting paid, or about how was we were going to eat, especially when our grandmother passed away. It was just my sister and me taking care of my mom, and my mom, me and my sister taking care of my mom. My mother was very, very fearful of people about talking to her. She would just basically just stay in the house. And that was her comfort zone. You think she would go to church? No. My mom didn't go to church. If the only time she had went to church within the 15 years while my grandmother was living was her funeral and the event that I took her to. She would watch spiritual things on television, and that was basically it. And as far as going to church, she would read her Bible a little bit, but she always heard these voices telling her, and those were demonic activities telling her that Satan is stronger Christ himself, Yeshua. He put that thought in her mind, and she was always fearful of Satan. It wasn't till I got a little bit of knowledge before we had this meeting. It wasn't then when my mom committed suicide that she was in the hospital, and she tried to take an overload of drugs and everything like that. I read this suicide letter that my mom had written, saying that she got to go, that Satan is after her and all of this and all of that. I'm going to find that letter, and I'm going to read it per word, and let you all know the kind of demonic activity that was on my mom. When I found out Satan was attacking my mom, and this is what happens when a lot of people are in mental hospitals. The world thinks that they can get demonic activity off of you by taking more drugs, but that releases more demonic activity. I saw a lot of this, and the state came in and they told me and my sister that they were going to have to commit my mom again if she doesn't take her medicine. And my mom was fine without the medicine, but they wanted to make sure she had the medicine and that sort of thing. But I still didn't have enough knowledge to come against the state for my mom to be free in her mind, spirit, and soul. So when this meeting came, Sister Sylvia Hyde, she came into the picture when we was in layperson Bible school, and she was always talking about fasting. So when the day came on this particular Friday, my mom went to the healing meeting along with, and the minister that was there was Tim Story. So I was looking at God to heal my father. I wasn't looking at a man. All I know what to do is to do the word, and the word will take care of itself. Now, since I done came into the truth and got a hold of the absolute knowledge like what we read tonight, like what you read in Isaiah and what I read in Elijah, in the apocalypse of Elijah, that right there is confirmation on the fast. And when Tim Story started just ministry, he just began to tell how he grew up in the ministry and that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden it was time for him to minister to people. Well, he was started, and I was an usher at that time, he started calling people up out of the audience. I guess he saw like a light over them or something, and he just started calling people up and just started dealing with their problems that they had in the spirit. And those people, received healing right there. It was one particular guy I can remember that was blind as a bat, could not see. When we came to sit him down before the event even started, oh boy, I said, oh yeah, this guy is literally blind. He didn't have no direction of where he was. He just knew he was following his mom, and the ushers were seating them in a chair. And when Tim Story brought this guy up and began to minister to him, he began to pray. And then all of a sudden, you can see this young man's eyes start having direction. All of a sudden, he said he could see. My pastor at that time was so excited, he ran across the stage about 3 or 4 times. His mama saw his eyes and knew that his son had direction to where he can see. His eyes was open and he had the direction. His mom was just overjoyed. She just fell on the floor. People were screaming because this young man could see for the first time in a long, long time. These were those kind of miracles happening, going on just like that. This wasn't a meeting saying, well, we're going to lay hands on you and believe for the manifestation to come a few days after. Nah, this was instantaneously. This is what happened when you fast and take the word for granted. So my mom, he calls my mom. Well, my mom already knows she don't believe in no Benny Hinn, cause all this money thing and stuff like that. She ain't believing that. Calls her up and she said, oh, you gonna make me fall. I said, nah, you're not gonna fall. Just walk with me. Well, I knew my mom had some issues walking straight and didn't have a whole lot of energy and a lot of things going on in her mind, spirit, and soul. So Tim began to walk across the aisles with her arm in arm, and he just walking with her. All of a sudden, he didn't have to assist her anymore. She began to walk fast. I mean, walk across the entire arena fast, like she got a whole lot of energy. Now, I'm on duty as an usher. I'm seeing this, and I'm just praising the Most High for this because he touched my mom like that. Tim also came over and touched her head and said that your blood is being purified too. And so there was a lot of things that's going on. Then he called on my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter had some things taken care of her. But this is the kind of thing that happens when the people of the Most High begin to take the Most High at his word, start fasting. Now, this just came up in my spirit. That's one thing to do, but that's not the whole absolute knowledge and truth. Now, the other thing is what we know to do today, far as looking back in the word and doing the whole word, like following the law, following all the commandments. There's a reason why we're not supposed to eat pork. There's a reason why we're supposed to stay on the Sabbath. There's a reason why the Saturday is the Sabbath, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. There's a reason why it's like that. And the Gentile church world trying to tell us how things supposed to run, they've got it in the opposite. Their master is Satan. And for people to not know, and this is the reason why they had this particular book hidden, all the lost books hidden from us. I mean, every last one of them. Every time, just as I read Jasher, which we studied here on this broadcast, just as I read the apocryphal books that we're going through, all these books, that is our records. There's a reason why Israel in this nation is lost. And the reason is the Gentiles have our records, or had our records, and wanted to keep us out of the books. Because after reading Elijah and understanding what the fast does, I know now why my mom received her healing that particular night. Now, I want to let you all know that when we got home, I said, okay, tell me what happened. I told my mom, tell me what happened. She said, Maurice, that's my government name. It was like liquid heat touched the head of my body all the way over, all the way in my body to the sole of my feet. She said, Maurice, I haven't walked like this in a long time. I mean, everything was completely healed in my mom's body. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you all this. And here's where we need to stay in the Word and hold on to the Word. Because my mom wasn't taught principles, she lost that healing. And here's how she lost it. She said, Maurice, it was like, it was like, she was just laying on the couch, just telling me this. She just, Maurice, it was like liquid heat. It ran from the top of my head all the way to the sole of my feet. But you know what, Maurice? I said, what, Mom? It ain't gonna last. When she said that, I knew she was going to be in the same state that she was going to be in because of the words that came out of her mouth. I knew it. And began, and as days passed by, I saw a digression of thing that she had Friday night, and it started going back into that same situation that she never went back there before. You are snared by the words of your mouth, and what you say is going to come to pass. So we got to be mindful of what we say in the spirit realm, because our words are spirit. They either speak life or death in the spirit realm. Along with this covenant that we have because of who we are, I can see a lot of things happening going on with Israel, as well as Gentiles. But I'm speaking to Israel, who call themselves Negroes. That is not our proper name. Our proper name, biblically, Hebrew Israelite. And depending on where you are in the earth today, you could be from one of the 12 tribes. And we know for a fact that here, the people in North America, the U.S. and Canada, we are from the tribe of Judah. And we know there's a remnant of Judah, as well as some of the other tribes are still left over there in West Africa. I wanted to put that on point. Sister, you got anything to add before we take another music break?
No, sir.
Okay. I hope I wasn't long on that, but it's
I've
all
enjoyed
good.
it.
Okay. But I just wanted the audience to know Why are we bringing you all these lost books and the information contained in them? Because there's some key information that you need to, that precepts everything that you got in your King James Bible. They took these other records out of the books that we are reading today. Why is it that Joshua mentions the book of Jasher in chapter 10, verse 13? He mentions Jasher. Why is it that Joshua read the book of Jasher and the people on the earth today don't read it? Why is it that the church tells them those lost books need to stay lost? You ever wonder about that? Well, you won't know until you investigate. And when you start investigating and start seeking the kingdom of the Most High, oh, you're going to see how deceived these people have deceived us. We'll be right back for a music break, and here's Rabbi Ben Israel right here.
Hold it down for the street.
Lion of Judah.
Let him go. All I seen to y'all with much honor to fall. I love you, Ma, going down memory lane. I call you never. You know I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television.
Peace, who this?
This is Rap Bob in Israel. You can reach me directly at 213-858-7603 or email me at rapbobbeats@gmail. Aight? Lion of Judah. Holla ooh ya. I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television. Revelations 3, did you hear, did you listen? Even gotta check myself as I television. You know I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television. Revelations 3, did you hear, did you listen? Even gotta check myself as I television. Television to my eyes, think pervertedly. Driving down the street one day, this occurred to me. Inserted within me was beautiful women to lust. Now my relationship every day is losing trust. Let's discuss, you know, these holidays from paganism mixed with the spirituality. Who made decisions? Was it Hashem's vision or his adversary? Wasn't God's army 300 the similarity? But it's just a movie, that's what you say. Hearing people asking, what if God had a name? But he does, right? God and Lord is a substitute word replacing his name, kid. This is real life, not a fantasy. No make-believe so every single fan can see. I don't speak in tongues where I'm from, let's go there. But as I television see, the vision's impaired. You know I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television. Revelations 3, did you hear, did you listen? Even gotta check myself as I television. You know I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television. Revelations 3, did you hear, did you listen? Even gotta check myself as I television. Television to the sheep, you lead them all astray. Since when Galatians 3 made it okay. The disrespect Leviticus 11, one question. God don't make no mistakes, right? Watch with the lesson. Now your leader stressing, calling it a heresy. One thing to understand, go read in Greek, learn Hebrew, let me help you out a bit. The alphabet is how you form the English alphabet. The branches need the root don't need the branches. Judgment Day I didn't have time, is that your answer? Mental cancer, but I know you cancer. But you think being a man of God ain't gangster. 40 days, 40 nights, you remember that. block, wipe a pillar of salt for looking back. You discipline your children and show them you really care. Thinking love is only soft, your vision's impaired. You know I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television. Revelations 3, did you hear, did you listen? Even gotta check myself as I television. You know I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television. Revelations 3, did you hear, did you listen? Even gotta check myself as I television.
Atomic Beats.
Never made it, my family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted because I never made it.
Living in the world where nothing in this life is free, and making money is what only made sense to me. Make money, take money, that's what I would hear. Pop bottles, get the champagne crystal clear. In a fast car, switching lanes, switching gears. Keep the music bumping so I'm drowning out my pain and tears. I'm thinking I would be a famous rapper, make a record about slanging and drugs and name it after everyone that said that I would never make it. So hour after hour I'm pursuing greatness, and never stop to think on how the Lord is gracious, and never stop to thank the Lord for his patience. Too busy on the corner trying to make a statement that you kill your own brother, lay him on the pavement. Now how are we supposed to ever build a nation when they feed us false dreams and their aspirations?
Never made it, my family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted because I never made it.
We put so much into this world and we can show for it. Just to pimp your ride and get someone to show for it. Dope boy, just gotta get the dough, homie. I gotta shine, get the spinners with the chrome on it. If this is life, then consider me a failure. I never made it in this world cause I'm rebellious. I couldn't copy them and do what others do. I gotta live for what is right, I gotta live for what is true. I'm glad I didn't miss the fork in the road, cause I had to pull over for the sake of my soul. So now my bitterness is tasting kinda bittersweet, cause I escaped the devil's trickery. And now I just wanna live for my savior, dodging darts of pagans in a boxing ring with Satan. I got angels in my corner, so who cares how they feel? I ain't make it in this world so I could do the Father's will. Real.
Never made it, my family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted because I never made it.
If God is all you had and God is all you ever need, just put the two together with some faith just like a mustard seed. The Father's not the Son is not the Father, and the wisdom of this world is foolishness to my power. They slipped the Trinity in the 4th century, but when you look at history, you're feeling all the missing keys. Now I'm on my knees praying that he'll take my sins. I try to find my friends, but they blowing in the wind. This the world we live in, a world that gives me chills, with stocks of corporate lies and politicians kill. Drones is in the hood, they blink and snap your picture. They vaccinate the public, but our children's getting sicker. I try to tell my people, but they don't wanna listen. They either chasing money or caught up in religion. The prophecies was written, I don't know what to tell you. I only thank the Most High that I became a
Never made it, my family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted because I never made it.
Welcome back to Saturday Night Gospel Jam. New music right here from Raheem Malik featuring Ashley Iman right here on Saturday Night Gospel Jam. We're looking to interview them hopefully on next month's Saturday Night Gospel Jam. So stay tuned as we give you the details, what dates we're going to land for that particular phone interview right here on Saturday Night Gospel Jam, and that will be a 2-hour special. Also, we're looking to interview on the phone with Dayak as well. So hopefully we'll be having 2 interviews featuring 2 artists, truth artists, right here on Saturday Night Gospel Jam. Sister Harris, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Doing good. That's good. Just want to let you all know that after that healing event that took place, it was like a Friday and Saturday, and on Sunday, this was before I had the truth. On Sunday, I was so excited about my mom receiving her healing and everything like that. I began to tell a few people, and the word got out that I fasted. And it got back to the pastor. Well, on that Sunday, I was set up big time. The pastor talked to the people, and he said, now get this, and I believe we read somewhere in the scriptures, I don't know offhand about it, that we read the scriptures to where it would say that people would cease from the fast. They didn't want people to fast. And when I got to church and I had my post that particular Sunday, my pastor at that time began to speak. And he began to speak on getting your needs met. Here's what he believed, and this is the way I took it. He told the people, how many of you, we had a good time. We had a lot of meetings flowed. I mean, the meeting had flowed tremendously. People receiving their needs met according to the healing that they were receiving. Well, he said to the people, how many of you know that fasting or not eating food does not get your needs met as far as healing? And he, with his charismatic, now this is a black pastor, he, with his charismatic way of trying to bring a message, he got up there and said, you got to sow a seed. Money. That's the way you get your needs met. Not through fasting. You got to sow a seed. And everybody was like jumping up and down, and like whatever came out of his mouth, everybody just like applaud, like he knew what he was saying. But
wow.
I listened to the Holy Spirit. He said, watch him, listen to him, listen to what he's saying, because he's talking about you. And for those of you all who are listening on the phone, stay on with us. And for those of you all who are online, we're going to get shut off, but I know this is going to go into overtime for a few more minutes. The number to call is 347-205-9279, but I got to finish this. And he talked and he talked pulling scriptures out of context, talking about sowing that money. It was all about the money. Well, I said, you know, I was under condemnation when I heard that. I didn't feel like clapping my hands, raising my voice, or raising my hands. I didn't do anything. I just listened. I said, this knucklehead is talking about me because I'm bragging on the Most High for healing my mom because we fasted. Yeah, we gave into the offerings, you know, and things of that nature, but I'm looking at the fasting. And so I came home and I told my wife about that. She said, you sure he was talking about you? I said, yes, I'm the one that was fasting. And people have let go and told him that Maurice said he fasted for his mom, and that's how she got healed. Well, yes, that's how she got healed. And now that I came into the truth, and now all the evidence, you know, I say this on CSI, now all the evidence is right there. I know why he said that, and I know why they took all these lost books out of the records so that we would not know the truth of how to stay in covenant and how the Most High had instructed Elijah to write this down for it, because it was for generations, for all generations. I mean, it was something. So to make a long story short, because we're just about out of time, what happened, I began to seek the Most High. And sure enough, I began to start withdrawing from that church because they didn't want to receive the word of the Most High far as seeking truth. And I left there, went to another church fellowship, and same old thing basically. And to make a long story short, in 2010, I began to seek, and then that's when we went on a 40-day fast at the beginning of 2011. And in September of 2011 is when I got a hold of GOCC's Academy and began to learn everything that I know now, because I finally got out of that false doctrine and got into some truth. I'm not saying GOCC is the only one that is teaching the truth, but that was my beginning of learning the absolute knowledge and truth and what we are learning today. But we are out time. And maybe we'll continue this, or we will just flow with it and see what the Most High have us for to do. Sister, you have any final thoughts that you want to say before we go?
I just want to say that the fasting and praying, it works. I want to throw in that I have a sister who's diabetic, and she's been going on a 3-day fast constantly, and it keeps her glucose levels normal. And her doctor was asking her, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she was telling her, you know, I'm fasting and praying.
Wow. Wow. And see, that goes to the scripture of the apocalypse of Elijah. It releases you from sin and heals your body. Well, that's all the time we've got, Israel, and we will see you next time. Join us again on Saturday Night Gospel Jam, same time, same place, right here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. Okay, Sister Harris, that's going to do it, and we'll see you all on the other shows this coming Wednesday for CSI, as well as Let's Talk on Thursday. Shalom, everyone.
Shalom, everyone.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Israelite.
I never knew I could feel like this, cause I never seen a more beautiful day like this. No, not Easter and not Christmas, just the holy days written in the scriptures. Cause Santa Claus make the good boys do folly. How we coming through the projects, dog? Through the lobby? I'm too old, bro. Why you playing tricks for? He a thief like Brother Man from the 5th floor. They keep knocking, but I ain't letting them in. The philosophy, the hypocrisy, traditions of men. I keep the holy days, giving gifts to feast the Purim. They cut a tree in the forest and they trick us to sin. I got a question, I wonder who could stump it. What happened to the memorial blowing of the trumpets? Or the Pentecost? Our people very lost. We need a day of atonement, not a pagan cross. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my sisters, keep it covered, we on top. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my brothers, Yasharala, we on top. Trick or treat sound like a trick to me. Children running in the streets trying to get a bite to eat on a day when Satan lets his demons off the leash. This is what we try to teach, but they don't want to hear it though. I'm trying to get your mind off them silly habits, cause they selling tricks for kids with them silly rabbits. Then they make merry and pass out gifts, and they crucify Christ like a Roman Catholic. So if you want to be holy, homie, keep the holy feast and be more like Christ and not Big Meech. Be humble, be low, be very meek, and hit the streets and wake up the lost sheep. Cause most of us is living in the darkness. 808 and heartbreak, the world is kinda heartless. So when you get a chance, shed a little light. Let your brothers and your sisters know to keep up the fight. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my sisters, keep it covered, we on top. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my brothers, Yasharala, we on top. So sit back, enjoy the feast, stand up, wine. Get the thoughts of Babylon out your mind. If you was feeling the track, press rewind and give praise to the Most High. So sit back, enjoy the feast, stand up, wine. Get the thoughts of Babylon out your mind. If you was feeling the track, press rewind and get jamming like it's supposed to. Jiggy jiggy like John Blaze, smooth like new suede. Dance like David from the States to the UK. If you happy, you know it, clap your hands. Hooray to my Jews and Gentiles and those that follow the 7th day of the week and keep it hollow. I know that things to get tough like rhinos, but never stop keeping the faith. This is the motto. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my sisters, keep it covered, we on top. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my brothers, Yasharala, we on top. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my sisters, keep it covered, we on top. So get up and dance for the Most High. Move your body, clap your hands for the Most High. Yeah, and you don't stop. To my brothers, Yasharala, we on top.
Malachi.